Okay, welcome back everyone for another match here. We've got a banger here, semi-finals, Konkawe versus Veloce in the losers bracket, the second round of this weekend. Going to be fighting it out to see who is going to progress through to the finals week. So a really big high stakes matches here. Loser is out of the tournament. I am Potassium F, joined alongside Patrage. How are you doing?
Yeah, good morning. I kind of just woke up, but I'm ready for this high-stakes losers bracket match. You don't see konkawe and Veloce in the losers bracket too often, so it is gonna be really interesting to see how those players are gonna dish it out. Seed number 7 and seed number 6 in losers bracket, yes. Yeah, this is about that time of the tournament. We are in the semifinals.
Yeah, absolutely. Just ridiculously high level from now until the rest of the tournament, really. These players are players you would expect to be kind of competing for some of these podium positions even. And definitely players that could take it all the way. We've seen some ridiculous performances already. I think looking especially at konkawe's performance yesterday, seeing a lot of like 995k scores on this map pool is kind of outrageous.
Yeah, Veloce is also really good, also scales really well on this map pool, so it's like, it's gonna be really scary to see like how high those two players are gonna take it. But right now we are going through the protects and bans. The protects are gonna be consisting of coordination 1 and density 1, so coordination 1 definitely a polarizing protect. There are people who are going to ban it, and that's why people protect it. That is end roll density 1 for perhaps one of the most comfortable densities around. So also a fair protect, I would say.
Yeah, definitely gonna want to probably Veloce wanting to pick maps that are I guess less comfortable for konkawe in particular, because I feel like if konkawe is comfortable, we've already seen what kind of performances he can put off. Veloce definitely not far behind, managing to get a lot of like 990Ks, a lot of FCs himself, of course, winning the previous match this weekend. But accuracy-wise, you have to imagine konkawe has a bit of an advantage, so it's gonna have to be combo where Veloce finds more of this advantage here.
Yeah, I think, well, did konkawe pick Veloce's protect, actually? I think konkawe protected coordination 1 and picked into their opponent's protect right away.
That is very interesting to say the least. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of the plays of all time. Obviously, Veloce is comfortable on it. I don't think Veloce played it yesterday, but konkawe definitely did, and we can see from that konkawe is very comfortable with this one. But Veloce protecting it makes you feel like that both of these scores are going to be pretty ridiculously high.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, but Veloce up to a late start here. Gonna be recovering pretty quick, but it is already a disadvantage to be had against konkawe's 99.96. Anything matters here at this point when you're against some of the best players in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't matter how hard the maps get, it feels like that we're always seeing this crazy consistency, crazy accuracy on these maps, and we can already see Veloce accuracy already 99.9. Really great recovery, has to be said.
Yeah, some late releases here and there are gonna dip that accuracy down to 99.87, unfortunately. Like, I say 87, unfortunately, that's still really high though.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is on track for like a 995k right now for Veloce, which you would think has to be enough to win a point, but konkawe is still holding on to the 99.9, drops a little bit of accuracy there. These acts are really close now, actually.
Oh, what happened to konkawe here? That's gonna be a kind of collapse, but Veloce also trades that collapse.
Oh, it's traded basically perfectly. This accuracy difference is exactly the same as it just was before. Actually, no, it's tied now, but Veloce finds a miss.
No! The miss from Veloce is absolutely catastrophic on their own protect.
It's such a clean miss, but I mean, a miss is going to have to require an equally big mistake on konkawe's side. Otherwise, konkawe is just going to win.
The pick is almost over. Also, it's not a very long pick at all, so a miss is like a death sentence here.
Absolutely. Look at these accuracies. This was dead even at the end of it. Just that one miss deciding it. Who knows what would have happened, but it is konkawe winning their own first pick, to be fair. Konkawe did pick this despite the protect status. And actually, it's Veloce with the better ratio. That's a little bit unexpected.
Yeah, but more 200s, and I feel like the 200s would have put Veloce below konkawe in terms of accuracy, but it is very ambiguous, especially with the 100s from konkawe, yeah.
Yeah, it's very close between those two scores accuracy-wise. Hard to tell, but you can actually see from that, I mean, despite Veloce losing the point, despite it being his protect, I have a kind of renewed sense of confidence here. Veloce can definitely hang accuracy-wise here with konkawe.
Yeah, I feel like the density picks are going to be pretty ambiguous. But right now we are entering Heat Abnormal. It's going to be a very long pick, like perhaps it is the longest non-tiebreaker pick. It's almost like 4 minutes long. It's going to be a battle of consistency and stamina between the two players.
Yeah, going to the two extremes of the pool, right? An extremely short pick into an extremely long pick. And this is one that I think Veloce did play. Got a solid full combo. But I don't think we have any information out of konkawe here, so we'll see exactly what if the score can match up to Veloce's.
Anyways, konkawe washed his hands for this pick in particular, so I gotta see how that pans out.
The hand washing buff.
Yeah, clean hands equals clean play. I would like to believe.
We'll see if that works out. I mean, so far looking good for both players. 99.8 just about between them. But as you said, it's a very long pick. No amount of small accuracy drops is going to matter too much, but that's a big one there. Veloce finding a pretty hefty misread. It's going to go down to 99.1, and now konkawe is going to run away with quite a comfortable lead.
Yeah, right now konkawe is just running with it for now, but we'll have to see what happens in the rest of the map, the rest of the 3 minutes remaining here.
And it looks like now actually accuracies should be closing over time. We have Veloce does increase the accuracy quite a lot, up 0.4 from when the miss happened, and is still increasing it. Maybe is going to manage to hit 99.7, it has to feel like, for sure. But 99.7 is not quite going to be enough to contend with konkawe here, still holding the 99.8, still with that full combo.
A bit of an accuracy drop, gonna be dropping them below 99.8 here, but not gonna be enough to give a window of opportunity for Veloce. Veloce definitely needs a miss coming from konkawe if we want to see things get more balance here.
Yeah, 200s here and there, really inconsequential. konkawe may not know it at this point, but definitely doesn't matter if he hits quite a few 200s. Just the combo is what matters here to be able to stay ahead of Veloce in that department. Veloce slowly climbing still, half the map left, so still plenty of time left, but definitely not going to manage to fully catch up in the accuracy side of things.
Yeah, honestly, like konkawe is probably one of the most consistent players around the world, so gonna be really difficult for Veloce to get even the slightest window of opportunity here. But you never know.
Yeah, weirder things have happened for sure. 1/3 of the map left. We are starting to very slowly run out of time here as the accuracy does kind of seem to stabilize a little bit for Veloce, not really going up as much as it was before. Still very good accuracy overall. Without that miss, you know, would have definitely been like a 99.7. But the miss is definitely putting a big dent in things. 5,000 points, quite significant on a 4-minute long map.
Yeah, honestly, like the accuracy and combo from konkawe has been looking ever so stable. konkawe just staying around 99.8, but Veloce dropping combo once again, gonna be nailing in the putting the nail in the coffin here for this pick.
Yeah, it feels like there's just no chance now. 2 misses behind. Hard to even imagine konkawe missing once. I mean, maybe we can curse it a little bit towards the end here, but it's not even gonna matter even if he does.
And this is going to be a full combo coming from konkawe. Just a very intimidating result to be welcomed with once we go into the results screen.
A score as clean as his hands.
Yeah.
A 200 count really close between the two players, but definite, obviously, combo advantage and ratio advantage for konkawe. Very, very solid score overall. And that was Veloce's first pick as well, so early breakpoint.
Okay, washing my hands strategy actually works. You can try at home.
Try at home. Okay, everyone, wash your hands between picks. Go konkawe. You gotta go wash your hands again.
Okay, how to get a 993k on Heat Abnormal. 1. Wash your hands.
Should be step 1 of every Osumania guide. Maybe Veloce needs to go wash his own hands before this next pick if he wants to come back in. Hands perhaps not clean enough to be able to keep up with konkawe's squeaky clean fingers there.
The ban was technical 3. Technical 2 is open to picking. And this one's gonna be somewhat similar to Heat Abnormal, but a lot shorter and a lot more abrasive.
And this also maybe a bit of a targeted pick as well. We do have Veloce's own score being played yesterday on this. This is actually one of the only maps that Veloce did lose yesterday to Stereotype, off of a bit of an accuracy battle overall, but I do think Veloce has definitely been showing some strong accuracies in general, like the 200 counts definitely keeping up with konkawe here. So potential, but you would have to imagine konkawe is quite confident if he's looking at Veloce's own score and saying, I can beat that one here. Early start here. konkawe off to a very strong start as usual. Veloce not too far behind, 99.75 still.
Awesome, lots of accuracy here before we go into the more dense dumping structures, but konkawe just stays up there.
It's gonna have to come down to this section coming up here. You'll see if there's any accuracy drops coming out. Veloce does drop a little bit of accuracy just at the start here, down to the 99.6 range here. konkawe finally losing that 99.9, but doesn't drop too much below that. bit more of an act drop here, 99.84 now for konkawe, but still maintaining a decent gap between the two as far as accuracy is concerned. Veloce just now trying to hit that 99.7 once again.
Yeah, out of the first chorus, we're gonna see how both of the players are gonna be handling the rest of the map. So it's up to Veloce to stay consistent and hope for a konkawe miss. Could definitely happen because konkawe has been tripping some accuracy here and there.
Yeah, I mean, not even a miss. Even if we saw something like what happened in the first map with konkawe getting a couple of hundreds, that would be enough to tie this up at this point. The accuracy lead shrinking over time. Veloce increasing the ac. konkawe slowly slipping a little bit, actually. Down below 99.8 just for a split second there.
Yeah, the trend does look promising for Veloce right now. konkawe just has to dip in the 99.7 territory, but just not giving it up. Oh dear, there we go, there we go.
Yeah, definitely within striking distance now. 0.05% difference between the two players. Couple 200s would do it here. But Veloce has to hold on, because you can't imagine konkawe is going to give too much more up. Veloce has to be ready to immediately capitalize on the smallest mistake here, this last quarter of the map.
Yeah, just a few more percents here. Veloce not on the right trend. 74 instead of 76.
konkawe seeming to be stabilizing a little bit here. Just a small 1,000 point advantage is all that separates them, and unless there's a big mistake here, it's looking to stay put.
Still a chance, but the ending is coming, and there's not many more opportunities for Veloce to catch up. Unfortunately, too many, I guess, accuracy drops here and there. You're gonna see the ratio at the end, how it went.
And just as that trend started with konkawe losing accuracy, he just decided not to lose any more accuracy. And there we go. 99.79, 0.05 difference. A very close one, accuracy-wise, you have to say. But still keeping up with this trend. You know, konkawe with the better ratio, konkawe with the better 200 count as well. But both, I mean, relatively close.
Yeah, I feel like konkawe is definitely a lot more comfortable on a ratio. Well, I say a lot more. There's only like a slight ratio difference between the two players in the technical picks, like the more volatile structures of maps. Right now we're gonna go into Crimsonate, which is gonna be a lot more straightforwardly snapped, and that's where Veloce could probably have an opportunity, especially in the combo department, because this pick is especially shieldy in nature.
Yeah, this one had some. Wait. Oh, okay. Veloce picking the wrong map apparently, but it's okay because konkawe is gonna pick Veloce's map next. So.
Wow, so kind, so kind.
Some nice interactions there, but this one's an interesting one to see. This one actually, crazy scores actually from both players yesterday on this one. Both players looked really strong on this. konkawe with a 996k, and Veloce with a 991k, but that's with 2 misses. So. We can see the accuracy definitely looking comfortable, but we'll have to see if there's any combo breaks, because this one definitely potential. If konkawe does manage to find a mistake, you would have to think Veloce should be right behind to capitalize on it.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. I feel like this one, Veloce is going to be a lot more comfortable in terms of ratio. That's what we're seeing right now.
And when we have two players so comfortable in ratio, these differences are going to be so small that a tiny slip up could absolutely cost you the point here. 99.95 and 99.91, my god.
Yep, this is a battle at the very top. This is a loser's bracket match. I'll remind you of that fact.
It's the core jack pick of the LN tournament.
And And we're all gonna be holding our breaths for the entirety of the pick, as this is also really easy to combo break. That's gonna be the main element of this pick, really. And if no one combo breaks, it's gonna be just a ratio battle, honestly.
So far, konkawe is winning the ratio battle, but could definitely happen at any time. Like, these shields are really brutal and kind of non-stop as well, so surely at some point, very easy to imagine a player messing up on just one of them at some point, and that's all it's going to take right now. Actually, konkawe dropping the accuracy, 99.92. This is getting really close now.
Yeah, honestly, the stakes are really high, especially since this is Veloce's pick, and I feel like this is one of Veloce's most confident pick, I would say, seeing their accuracy compared to konkawe, but it's gonna... we'll have to see if that pays off, because like here, it is still konkawe's slight advantage, just a few hundred points.
It is so insanely close. It's like a 200, one or two 200s difference, really, and you can't say a 200 is not easy to make on here. This is so easy to lose this lead right now for konkawe. It has to be a flawless run because Veloce is right on his tail.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how clean the hands are from konkawe. Just dropping 0.01, but that's probably going to be enough for Veloce to get a win of opportunity.
That's half the lead. Dropping 0.01 is half the lead gone. And we can see it's flickering back and forth ever so slightly. A couple regular 300s might be enough to switch this. Either way, oh my god.
Is Veloce close? Is Veloce close to 99.91?
I can't tell. The ratios are so high. These scores are so clean.
Now it's gonna come out the fade out. What?
Oh my god, 400 points. What are these scores?
No! How did you lose with a V1SS? 996.7k loses the pick?
You're joking. Score V1SS 996k. Oh,
okay,
man.
So when I was saying this was gonna be a ratio battle if both of the players full combo, I wasn't expecting this.
That's actually absurd. It's illegal for Veloce to lose this point. He should win this point against anyone. Why does it have to be konkawe?
Okay, well, the pills are not hard enough, apparently.
Konkawe's hands are too clean today.
Oh boy. What was that? Yeah, I guess we're gonna go into density 3 apparently as planned.
That's just like one of those situations. You look at the scores and you're like, even though Veloce lost the point, you have to say like that was a genuinely fantastic pick, right?
Yeah, I mean,
no way you would ever expect to lose a map if you could pull off a score like that.
I mean, in theory, that was the perfect pick for Veloce. That was Veloce's strong point, like straightforward snaps and the ability to combo through Crimson Egg. But konkawe just matched that ability and with a better ratio, which is kind of incredible. Like, what can we even say about this?
I mean, not much at all. konkawe actually got the Scorpion 1 double SS yesterday on Crimson 8 as well, but I mean, Veloce would have beat konkawe's score yesterday as well. That's the crazy part, just getting a significantly better ratio today.
Yeah, and gotta thank the clean hands for this one.
That's the buff. That's the strat. We're witnessing the new strat, new meta. And here we go. We're back into it now, though. This is the pick I believe that Veloce wanted to pick earlier. So it should be one that they are fairly comfortable with overall, and looks quite strong, both players so far. About 0.1% apart, but you can't imagine these accuracies are going to hold for the entire map.
Yeah, konkawe's hands still clean for now. 99.93. That's the average accuracy konkawe has been holding for the past 10 minutes, I would say.
Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this.
Yeah, so far, like, the ratio does seem to be on konkawe's side on this pick in particular, so Veloce coming in from behind, just aiming for a window of opportunity from konkawe. Konkawe has not really led up so far. Like, the window of opportunity that we saw from konkawe was when konkawe's hands were dirty.
Yeah, the very start of the match. I mean, you talk about windows of opportunity. The window of opportunity we saw in the last match was konkawe dropping from 99.92 to 99.91. That was the window. That was the window for Veloce, and that almost was enough. But this time, it's looking like a little bit more. konkawe is holding that 99.9 still at halfway. Veloce maintaining consistent as well, 99.81, so still behind, but konkawe maybe starting to drop a little bit of accuracy now. It might be another trend like we've seen before. konkawe slowly losing that AC in the second half.
Yeah, gonna be coming up to it's gonna be up to quote unquote accuracy stamina. Like I feel like that's the component of mental stamina and just stamina as a whole. Like accuracy stamina, I feel is a thing at high levels of play, especially in this at this BPM.
Oh yeah, for sure. But overall, Veloce is looking quite strong in that regard because all of his accuracies kind of have been going up in the later half of maps, or at least staying consistent towards the end here. He's stayed on this 99.82 for a while, but konkawe is slowly dipping down, not by much, but by a visible amount, you would have to say.
Yeah, that has been the trend for a fair amount of picks so far, but we'll have to see if this pick is long enough for Veloce to catch up. konkawe dropping down to 99.86, 0.04 more percent. And the break is over, and we are going into the last stretch of the map.
And I mean, konkawe is also kind of dropping a little bit, 99.86, very slightly closer. I mean, it feels like if you extend these maps to like 10 minutes long, then they'd be so close, right? But konkawe's accuracy drops are just so slow that it doesn't matter in the end. It is going to be the ratio advantage. konkawe winning again, 994k for Veloce, again not enough. The accuracy we're seeing is just insane.
Yeah, even if Veloce had a V1SS on this one, it probably wouldn't have been enough. But there definitely would have been more of a chance for Veloce to catch up if that was a V1SS. That's just all we can say, really. konkawe's just looking really solid as a whole.
And now it is going to have to be the reverse sweep if Veloce wants to come back here. Veloce's own pick, I think, right now, but the picks have definitely started running out, and I mean, you can see everything has been really being cut thin except for this coordination pool. Both players have been kind of not touching so far on the map. Yeah,
so far I think they went for the pretty physical picks so far, like physical in a technical sense and physical in a, I guess, LN density sense. But yeah, the coordination might be an interesting field to investigate for either of the players, like especially Veloce. We are at match points already.
Veloce deserves so much more than a sweep here. Like, come on. It's just insane.
apparently Coordination 3 was picked, but the chat is not quite updating.
Or maybe we'll have to see if, what, panic mode for stream? I don't know, I'm not a streamer.
Oh, do we have to restart the client?
Is this one of those cases where the map doesn't load properly?
Yeah, I feel like we will just have to restart the thing just to make sure.
We're allowed one per match.
Yeah, absolutely. Just wait as we figure out what exactly is wrong. Well, I guess the error screen doesn't really matter. We'll just have to wing it, to be honest.
It does seem like they are into the map right now. If we can get it up here. Here we go.
Wait, we were kicked. Wait, we were kicked from the room for some reason. That is so strange. Okay,
Wait,
so
kicked from the room. Okay.
Wait, our streamer was kicked from the room. I don't understand what happened exactly, but like the scores also got reset at the top, so we'll just have to restore them.
That's a new issue that I haven't heard before.
Yeah, like, how do you get kicked from the room as a streamer? Like, I've never seen that before.
I believe... Oh, they haven't started yet. Okay. So they did wait for the stream, it seems. So we are going to be seeing the entire map. That is nice. I think this issue falls squarely under the Blame Bancho category.
Yeah, well, if there is someone to blame, it's always Bancho. Well, I say someone that kind of personified Bancho over the years. Right now, it's just a very easy entity to blame here. But we are going into Snake Eyes, one of the almost 4 minutes long pick that's also going to be testing one and the other player's mental stamina here, but right now Veloce not quite having it.
That is a really unfortunate early break, and a repeated one as well, not finding these shields very comfortable whatsoever. And I mean, who is comfortable right now is definitely konkawe, 99.89. Still holding this incredible accuracy. Does drop a little bit, but not going to matter. Veloce is at 99.3, going to take a really long time to catch up.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how this pick progresses, but it is not a very good look for Veloce coming into the match point. Another miss here.
I mean, understandable to miss. You should be missing on these maps. It's just kind of been an anomaly with this match so far. konkawe, the biggest weakness konkawe has shown this entire match is getting 2 100s. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like that's also the lowest accuracy we've seen from konkawe in a while.
Like the whole tournament, probably.
Wow.
Just one of those players, you know? One of the best tournament players in the world for sure. And we are seeing it in full force here. 99.82 did drop a little bit of accuracy down, but again, this is just another situation. The accuracy drops don't matter too much here for konkawe. It is mostly that combo, because in that combo lead, in the accuracy lead as well, it's going to take a lot for Veloce to be able to come back.
Going into the guitar solo, definitely one of the most chokeable parts of the song. So, gonna be looking at konkawe here if something happens.
Veloce managing to improve the accuracy quite a lot, catching back up, so 99.6, but still 0.2 behind. Was that a real miss or was that a climb miss?
Yeah, I feel like that could be climbed.
The timing makes me suspicious that it was a client miss, but we'll see. There we go, it was a client miss. Okay. So, still on the FC is konkawe, still on the 6th FC in a row for the match.
Yeah, Veloce breaking once again. This is a pretty challenging pick to combo as well. That's like one of the main like difficulty axes of this pick in particular. So not really surprised, but we'll see. We'll have to see what happened to Veloce here in this pick in particular, because they've been looking very consistent throughout the tournament.
Yeah, for sure. It's just been a couple of these maps that Veloce has found the misses on. But konkawe not showing that same level of inconsistency with some of these picks. konkawe is just absolutely crushing it. And although I feel like Veloce versus, almost anyone, even still left in the tournament, there's a lot of players left in the tournament that Veloce, it feels like would definitely be super close with, or even just straight out beat with some of these scores. But unfortunate today, not just versing konkawe, but versing the cleanest hands konkawe possible.
Yeah, you bet konkawe is gonna wash their hands in finals next week, because like, what was that entire performance against Veloce? A 6-0 clean sweep against like a really scary player.
Veloce definitely one of those contenders in my mind for kind of like the top 3 kind of spots, top 4, top 3. But now being eliminated here in the semifinals, it's going to be konkawe locking in top 6 now into the finals week, and it is going to be a giga stacked top 6. konkawe wanting to win 2 more matches in a row to be able to secure the top 3 himself.
Yeah, a glance at the top 6 reveals us that like there are such names as Nepichin, Muka, Pavin. There's still
I think those are the 3 that are secured, right? Nepichin, Muka, Pavin,
and
those are the other 3 that are secured. I think that's it so far. Nepichin, Muka, Pavin, and konkawe are confirmed. The winner of Spanner Dude and Flowerful will also be top 6. And do we have one more? We have one more, don't we?
Yeah, I'm just forgetting someone from the winners bracket, and that.
Oh, J-Lai.
Yeah, J-Lai just lost to Neptune, I think yesterday.
As everyone seems to do.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's been a common theme in this tournament, but yeah, J-Lai, a surprisingly convincing performance on the semifinals map pool. So I believe that all of the players that have been going through so far are going to be providing us with really convincing performances on the finals map pool, which is very hard, by the way.
Oh yeah, for sure. J-Lai has been actually cooking quite a lot this tournament, so definitely deserving of the top 6 from the performances so far. konkawe, of course, absolutely deserving here, and it's just going to get harder and harder for these players. You can't imagine beating any of these players being easy here. Like, one of Pavin and Mucci is also going to be in the losers bracket next week as well. Like, think about that. That is going to be absolutely terrifying, no matter which one of them gets sent down. And it's going to be an absolute bloodbath to see who gets that last slot for the podium position. So make sure you stick around. We are going to be having our next match at 17 UTC, Pavin versus Mucci, that last winners bracket match of the weekend, and an absolute banger for sure. I can only imagine it being like that.
Yeah, perhaps 2 of the best players in the world, period. Not even in LN, but also in Rise. Like, yeah, that's a titanic matchup coming up in a few hours. So stay tuned, and we'll be back.
to the